the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Authorities arrest top communist leader in Davao del Norte. AFP U.S. military coordinate Typhoon Helian relief operations in Batanes. PNP intensifies monitoring of possible election hotspots. Infrastructure damage from Typhoon Helian reaches over 930 million.
Good day everyone, as well to our troops at Camp Emilio Aguinaldo, Quezon City. Today is Monday, October 7, and we'll bring you the latest news from the armed forces and other information around the Philippines. I am Rofh Suzon for AFP Community News.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And for the brief overview of our stories, a communist terrorist group leader was arrested in a joint operation at Tagum City, Davao del Norte. The said personality was known as Porfirio Tuna Jr., also known as Danny Ampong Casimon, the second Deputy Secretary of the Southern Mindanao Regional Committee. The joint operation involved the 1001st Infantry Brigade, 1002nd Infantry Brigade, and 1003rd Infantry Brigade, alongside the regional police and intelligence agencies. Tuna Jr. has been implicated in multiple crimes, including attacks on military personnel, and faces charges of murder, kidnapping, and other serious offenses. Major General Alan Hambala of the 10th Infantry Division hailed the arrest as a major blow to the group's leadership in the region.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines and the Joint United States Military Assistance Group coordinated with local authorities in Batanes to ensure efficient relief operations following Typhoon Helian. Lieutenant Colonel Ariel Galimba of the AFP and JUSMAG Chief Colonel Edward Evans met with Batanes Governor Marilu Caico, emphasizing the need for collaboration to streamline the aid distribution. Two U.S. Marine Corps KC-130J Hercules aircraft deployed from Okinawa, Japan, arrived in Pasay City to support the delivery of foreign disaster relief supplies to affected communities.
Armed Forces Radio.
On the other line, let us hear more from Chris Bell about 6ID gives honor to 47 Campilan troopers for their long service in the AFP.
47 personnel from the 6th Infantry Campilan Division were awarded with long service medals and a token of appreciation during the flag retreat ceremony on October 4, 2024 at Camp Siongco, Awang Datu din Sinsuat, Maguindanao del Norte. These recognitions were given in appreciation of their faithful and distinguished contributions to the armed forces of the Philippines. The awarding ceremony was led by Major General Antonio Navarrete, Commander of 6th Infantry Division and Joint Task Force Central, along with Colonel Jose Ambrosio Rustia, Assistant Division Commander for Reservists and Retirees Affairs, and Colonel Edgar Cato, Division Chief of Staff. Officers, enlisted personnel, and civilian human resource of the command witnessed the said event. Master Sergeant Raul Hagonob, the most senior retiree, delivered a heartfelt message. Subsequently, Major General Navarrete expressed his gratitude to the retirees, acknowledging their significant contributions. The ceremony honored the retirees while also highlighting their lasting contributions to the armed forces and the nation, serving as a reminder that the commitment to service extends well beyond active duty. This is Crisbel May Lorenzo reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Chris Bell.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Philippine Navy, through Naval Forces Eastern Mindanao, apprehended two motorized bangkas, Sara and Batang Quiapo, for using illegal likom-likom nets near Maasim, Sarangani Province. The operation, conducted by BRP Joscoro Papa PC-381 in coordination with Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources 12, seized fishing gear in a catch valued at 471,500. The 30 Filipino crew members were turned over to authorities for legal action. The Navy remains committed in protecting marine resources and enforcing the maritime laws.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Philippine Navy deployed BRP Andres Bonifacio PS-17 to Brunei Darussalam for the maritime training activities Seagull scheduled from October 7 to 11. Vice Admiral Toribio Adasi Jr. led the send-off ceremony with 169 officers and personnel participating. The biennial exercise with the Royal Brunei Navy aims to enhance the cooperation and strengthen the strategic partnership between the two navies. It will feature operational planning, Navy SEALs workshops, and community outreach programs.
Armed Forces Radio.
We have a report coming in about Peacemaker 14 IB and DSWD bring livelihood assistance to Barangay Hinagamitan, Leyte. Go for the details, Spencer Ross.
Yes, Rofh, the 14th Infantry Battalion, in partnership with the Department of Social Welfare and Development Sustainable Livelihood Program, has launched a livelihood initiative for Barangay Hinamagitan, Mahaplag, Leyte. Following consultations, 30 community members were selected for the program, forming the Hinamagitan Mauswagon SLP Association. Rofh, beneficiaries underwent capability building training and signed a project proposal. It marked a step toward economic empowerment in this geographically isolated community. This is Spencer, reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Spencer Ross.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Advanced Craniofacial Project Philippines Incorporated conducted a 4-day free cleft lip and palate surgery event at Camp Peralta Station Hospital in partnership with the Philippine Army's 3rd Infantry Division. The initiative benefited 24 patients from Iloilo, Aklan, and Capiz. Major General Marion Suzon, the 3rd ID Commander, praised the ACPPI for their dedication in transforming lives. He also reaffirmed the military's commitment in supporting the underserved communities through health outreach programs.
DWDD National
For
News.
our national news, the Philippine National Police has testified its monitoring of potential election hotspots. This comes as the filing of certificates of candidacy ends tomorrow, October 8. PNP Chief General Romel Francisco Marbil said he had directed all police units to step up vigilance, particularly against the armed groups who may be plotting to disrupt the upcoming 2025 midterm elections. Marbil further reminded the PNP personnel of their critical role in ensuring a secure and fair environment for all candidates and the public.
Armed Forces Radio.
And now let's hear a reporter on the ground about Philippine Air Force delivers relief to Batanes in wake of Super Typhoon Julian. Go for the details, Beth Tanyete.
The Philippine Air Force deployed a C-130 aircraft to deliver essential relief supplies to Batanes following Super Typhoon Julian. In cooperation with the GMA Kapuso Foundation, Operation Bayanihan, the AFP transported aid for around 14,000 affected individuals. Partners agencies including the Office of the Civil Defense and the Department of the Interior and local government expressed gratitude for the Philippine Air Force crucial support in reaching the typhoon-hit communities. Moreover, the Philippine Air Force continues its commitment in providing timely humanitarian assistance across the nation. This is Beth Taneta reporting for the AFP Community News, one AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Beth Tanyete.
DWDD National News.
The infrastructure damage caused by the Typhoon Julian has reached 934 million pesos. Based on the latest report of the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, the damage spread in Ilocos Region and Cagayan Valley and the Cordillera Autonomous Region. The Ilocos Region sustained the biggest damage at more than 738 million, followed by the Cagayan Region with over 158 million, and CAR with 37 million. Meanwhile, agricultural damage was estimated at 321 million pesos.
DWDD National News.
At least two low-pressure areas are being monitored inside and outside the Philippine Area of Responsibility. Pag-asa located the LPA at 100 kilometers west-northwest of Coron, Palawan. The agency said that this LPA is unlikely to develop into a tropical depression within the next 24 hours. But Pag-asa added that LPA outside the PAR has a high potential of developing into a tropical cyclone within the next 24 hours. Metro Manila, Calabarzon, Mimaropa, Bicol region, and Visayas will experience rains brought by the LPA and ITCZ.
Armed Forces Radio.
From First CRG, let us hear some information from Meljoy about NOLCOM Commander accompanies PBBM in Batanes and Ilocos Norte typhoon relief efforts.
Yes, Rofh, Lieutenant General Fernil G. Buca, Philippine Air Force Commander of Northern Luzon Command, accompanied General Romeo S. Browner Jr., Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, and Honorable Gilberto C. Teodoro Jr., Secretary of National Defense, during the visit of President Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr. to oversee the distribution of assistance to communities in Batanes and Ilocos Norte heavily impacted by Typhoon Julian. In Batanes, President Marcos personally oversaw the distribution of aid to 4,000 beneficiaries, each receiving 10 kilos of rice. The Department of Social Welfare and Development provided financial assistance of 3,000 to 200 Ivatan families under the Ayuda para sa Kapos ang Kita program. Additionally, the Provincial Local Government Unit of Batanes distributed 800 galvanized iron sheets and 800 pieces of lumber to aid in the reconstruction of homes damaged by the typhoon. In Ilocos Norte, the President conducted an aerial inspection of the devastated areas, including a visit to the destroyed Gabo Dike. He also led the distribution of financial aid in Lawag City and presided over a situation briefing on the aftermath of the Typhoon Julian. President Marcos Jr.'s visit comes as part of a broader effort to assess the damage caused by Typhoon Julian and ensure that all necessary resources are mobilized to help the communities recover and rebuild. Meanwhile, Lieutenant General Buca reaffirmed NOLCOM's commitment to supporting the relief and rehabilitation efforts in affected areas in coordination with the AFP and other government agencies. The Northern Luzon Command Commander also thanked the President and the national government for their prompt and decisive actions in assisting the affected areas. This is Meldre Nesho Arroco reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Meljoy from First CRG.
DWDD National News.
For other development story, the Philippine Ports Authority reminded the importers that the country's ports are not warehouses for cargoes but are there as transit areas in the movement of goods. PPA General Manager J. Santiago said that they are coordinating with the Bureau of Customs for importers not to delay the filing of their importation entry. Santiago added that they are slowly reviewing the processes in PPA and in coordination with BOC. Meanwhile, the PPA has turned over to the Department of Agriculture the list of 20 consignees who failed to pull out over 520 food equivalent units of shipments of rice and other agricultural products at the Manila ports as of September 30.
DWDD National News.
30,000 metric tons of galunggong and other fish are expected to arrive in the third week of October or first week of November. Based on the monitoring of the Department of Agriculture, the retail price of galunggong is now between 240 pesos and 360 pesos per kilo. A month ago, its retail price ranged just between 200 pesos and 300 pesos per kilo. Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources spokesperson Nasser Beguera explained the decision to increase the volume of imported fish to 30,000 metric tons from the original 25,000 metric tons. He said they took into consideration the damage brought by typhoons in the fisheries sector. The importation volume is also based on the actual consumption during the previous year.
Armed Forces Radio.
And from Palawan, let us hear more updates from June's about 2024 Murals Painting Competition. Awards celebrate young Filipino artists at SMC2 Puerto Princesa.
The awarding ceremony for the Murals Painting Competition 2024 took place last Saturday at SM City, Puerto Princesa, celebrating the talents of young Filipinos while advocating for awareness of the West Philippine Sea. Hosted by the Western Command through 6 Civil Relations Group CRS-AFP in partnership with Peace Palawan. The event featured an array of impressive mural submissions evaluated by a panel of esteemed judges. The first place of the competition received a cash prize of 10,000 pesos, while second place was awarded 8,000 and third place received 5,000. Additionally, special awards were given, including one from Smart Telecommunications. The ceremony began with a lively performance by the Air Sentinel Band of the Philippine Air Force, setting an energetic tone for the event. Participants expressed their gratitude for the opportunity to showcase their work and their support for the troops. As the event concluded, many attendees voiced their excitement for next year's competition, highlighting the importance of art in fostering community spirit and national pride. The passion and creativity displayed during the event continue to inspire a new generation of advocates and artists. And that's the latest update. This is Private Pelayo reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, June.
DWDD National News.
For more national news, the pork consumption has improved as consumers' fear of African swine fever has diminished. The Department of Agriculture reported Assistant Secretary for Swine and Poultry Constante Palabrica said ASF checkpoints in Metro Manila have also decreased from 14 to 10 amid a drop in the number of hogs being confiscated by the Bureau of Animal Industry and local government units. Palabrica noted that at least 500 ASF-infected pigs were confiscated at checkpoints. These were buried on the ground and the entry of ASF-infected hogs stopped.
DWDD National News.
Camarines Sur 2nd District Representative Lorraine Villafuerte said solo parents are now entitled to free health services under the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation or PhilHealth. This comes after the release of new guidelines on the law expanding economic benefits for single mothers and fathers. Under PhilHealth Circular Number 2024-0020, the state health insurer's coverage is automatic and applies to both working and non-working solo parents. Villafuerte said solo parents were also eligible to avail of the PhilHealth Consulta package and an accredited PhilHealth Consulta provider of their choice. The release of new guidelines comes after the enactment of Republic Act No. 11861 or the Expanded Solo Parents Welfare Act.
Armed Forces Radio.
From Pasig City, more updates from Ella Mercado about TPMO announces the temporary closure of F. Manalo Bridge in Pasig City.
Pasig Local Government Unit announced the temporary closure of F. Manalo Bridge to all motorists and pedestrians in Barangay Mangahan starting today, October 7, 2024. It is to give way the rehabilitation of the said bridge by the Department of Public Works and Highways or DPWH. In their release information, all vehicles except for trucks, public utility vehicles, motorcycles, and UB Express may take Marcos Highway, Ortigas Avenue, or Circulo Verde Bridge as their alternate routes from 6 a.m. to 12 midnight. The rehabilitation of F. Manalo Bridge is due to its destruction at the height onslaught of Typhoon Karina when a barge collided on its dock last July. Officials of Traffic Parking and Management Office urges all the motorists to remain patient due to possible heavy traffic that it may cost them. This is Ella Mercado reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Ella Mercado from Pasig City.
Armed Forces Radio.
And for other updates, let us hear the details about 38th IB leads Community Healing and Reconciliation event in Surigao City. Go ahead, Mark.
Yes, Rofh. The 30th Infantry Battalion hosted the 3-day community healing and reconciliation event in Barangay Matel, Surigao City, bringing together the 70 participants affected by conflict. The event, which included lectures from health and welfare agencies, workshops, and psychosocial support, aimed to foster recovery and unity. The event concluded with a wall of commitment ceremony and a servicio caravan offering essential services. The 30th Infantry Battalion Commanding Officer Lieutenant Colonel Albert M. Batinga emphasized the importance of community healing in building resilience and a stronger, more unified future. This is Mark reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Mark.
DWDD National News.
Moreover, Senate Committee on Foreign Relations Chair Senator Amy Marcos called on the government to bring home all Filipinos in Lebanon. In a statement, Marcos called upon the Department of Foreign Affairs and the Department of Migrant Workers to evacuate all Filipinos from dangerous areas in Lebanon and to repatriate them to the Philippines as soon as possible. She added that the situation in Lebanon is becoming very dangerous as new Israeli airstrikes hit the Beirut and Israeli forces operate deeper in the southern portions of the country. The Lebanese Health Ministry earlier reported that more than 2,000 people have been killed in the conflict.
DWDD National News.
Senator Sherwin Gatchalian said that the Department of Information and Communications Technology should ensure a more efficient rollout of the government's free Wi-Fi program. This is to ensure internet connectivity in the country's public places, including public schools. Gatchalian said that he also chairs the Basic Education Committee, and one of the things that the committee and Education Secretary Sonny Angara are pushing very hard is education technology. The crucial element of EdTech is connectivity. To date, the free Wi-Fi program covers only 6,700 public places, which have approximately 13,000 access points.
Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear more updates from Glenn Gulthian about Philippine Air Force and JASDF conclude the Joint Disaster Response Exercise in Doshin Bayanihan 2024.
Yes, hello, Rofh. Good afternoon. The Philippine Air Force and Japan Air Self-Defense Force successfully concluded joint military exercises on humanitarian assistance and disaster response at Doshan Bayanihan 2024, held at Brigadier General Benito N. Ebuen Air Base in Mactan, Cebu. The four-day air exercise focused on aerial drop operations, rescue missions, and mass casualty simulations, enhancing preparedness for natural disasters. Officially emphasized the importance of joint training for military readiness and HADR capabilities. It highlighted the commitment in continued cooperation in disaster response. This is your Glenn Ligulchan reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Glenn Gulthian.
Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear more updates from Kevin about 902nd Infantry Brigade seizes 22 firearms in Iriga City anti-insurgency operation.
Yes, Rofh. The 902nd Infantry Brigade seized 22 high-caliber firearms in Barangay Santa Isabel, Iriga City, as part of the 9th Infantry Division's anti-insurgency efforts in Bicol. Acting on a tip from local residents, troops from various battalions, along with the reconnaissance companies, uncovered a buried cache of firearms, including 18 M16 rifles and 2 M14 rifles. The 9th Infantry Division thanked the community for their support, highlighting the critical role of public cooperation in defeating communist terrorist groups. This is Kevin reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Kevin.
DWDD National News.
The Department of Social Welfare and Development hopes to transform lives with its new pet companionship program. DSWD unveiled the Angel Pets program, an innovative initiative focused on improving the psychological well-being of individuals, particularly children and women in DSWD residential care facilities through animal-assisted therapy. Secretary Rex Gatchalian emphasized that the program aims to enrich the lives of those in residential care facilities by integrating the positive and enjoyable interactions with animals as part of the therapeutic and supportive practices. Gatchalian and POS Executive Director Ana Cabrera formalized the program implementation with a memorandum of agreement and
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And that's all for today's broadcast. Thank you so much for joining us, especially to our audience in our Facebook page, AFP Radio DWDD. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for more updates, same time and same station. Again, this is Rofh Suzon for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, kapisanan ng mga broadcaster